where I live in Bali, I actually know a lot of people who have tried raw vegan, fruitarian, especially because I think it makes just so much sense. It's so plain and simple,
Yeah.
right? You look into nature and you see those big apes, and we have the same teeth and the same GI tract. We should eat the same. Fruits are also intuitively very appetizing. So it's like on the mind level, all these things come together. But in the communities I'm part of, I know a lot of people who thought that, aligned with that, and for them, their experience is that it didn't work. Sometimes they say, "Oh, I was vegan for 8 years and I had a piece of meat and I felt like my brain came back to life," or things like this. I've
Uh,
I've seen a lot of young men, especially, do that in Ubud and then change. Why do you think some people don't succeed on this type of diet?
well, I think it has a lot to do, and I've said this before. I don't think a human can become a fruitarian back for a while. He has or she has got so far off in or lost in the world of duality, in world of creation. Look at the attitudes, look at the battles. I don't like you, I want to kill you. I mean, we're so lost in the negative energies right now. So man has been eating off point for a lot of centuries and a lot of generations. And so Dr. Walker's work went back, like I said, 12, 15, and 20 million years. And one of the things that I felt very interesting about their viewpoint was looking at modern man and making the comment that man, his organs and glands have not adapted to an omnivorish diet. First of all, their awareness. There's a people block their own healing and their own limited awareness. And so the other side of this is man has been so long on an omnivorish diet, but the worst end of it. I mean, even omnivores don't eat the level of protein that humans do. Humans almost eat the level of proteins carnivores do, but that's all acidic diets. That's why man's breaking down tissue in his body. We're not designed, you said it earlier, we're not designed like that at all. We're not designed like a carnivore whatsoever. And our new book coming out is going to lay all that out, show you the different mother's milks, show you the different everything, the A and P of the whole nine, of the whole basic four vertebrae, just to give you an idea. However, there are some bodies that are so toxic, so obstructed, they don't understand. Just going on fruit's going to cure all that. That's why I'm into herbal medicine. I'm into the botanical magic, because using botanicals on people like that will be helpful. But if someone claims that meat is empowering and will help them be healthy, they're gravely mistaken. They might feel the stimulation from that coming out of a detox. But when you go on a raw food diet, it is a hydrating diet. And what we call hydrating is detoxification. Because as soon as your body starts hydrating itself, you start seeing this agglomeration, this cationic environment become anionic. And then you start to see everything, tumors start opening up, your kidneys start filtering, all of this starts to happen. And then all the pain, swelling, all this stuff comes out because your acidic wastes are now leaving the body instead of staying at home. So some people struggle with that. They struggle with self-discipline, and they struggle. There's all kinds of reasons for that. Emotional reasons they can't handle, because the fruit is the highest vibrational conscious food on the planet. It's like the tree said, "Here, I got something for you," and it's really good. And so it's just the power of that tree to make that for you. Energetically, the fruit rates as high as the berry magnetically or higher. So we're looking at the highest energetic food on the planet. Well, enter Yale. Now, you've seen all our success with Lou Gehrig's and MS and wheelchairs. Well, here comes Yale University saying, you know what? The brain converts glucose to fructose, right? We were talking about that. Well, wake up. That means if you're not eating fruit, your body has to convert an inferior simple sugar, glucose, into fructose. It is a proof positive that your neurons require fructose. This is why your primates and your Homo sapiens are the most intelligent, the most self-aware, and have that level of need to have electrical energy. You don't see that in the other species. They build things, but the primate and the human, look what they can build and what they can do. And the self-awareness drives them to the spirituality, where most of the consciousness of the plants and the animals are still in that not self yet, still in that basic consciousness. So pretty cool. But people struggle with that. I get it. I use botanicals with my fruit diets, but outside of that, I couldn't do it. And the reason I couldn't do it isn't anything other than so much energy. I couldn't stay in my body. I couldn't. My body was laying there, but I was out constantly. I was being trained by different beings, but I was still out all the time, and I had so much energy. God, I couldn't handle it. I had to start going to vegetables to lower my energy, to ground myself. Because if you don't ground yourself, you become you don't work well with other beings.
Thank you. I love what you shared with the fruit from the tree. My friend Josh X even says, like, you can see in the word fruits, like, for you to eat. It's like the invitation. And so my understanding is that a lot of people change either because they're detoxifying too hard and it's complicated, or because they're actually too high in a way and they feel ungrounded. Is that what you think?
Well, yeah. When you're talking about hooking yourself up to higher levels of energy, you can translate that into higher levels of awareness, of course, but you have to be able to handle it. Not I'm a traveler, so I'll use the word soul, not every soul or state of consciousness down here has been here very long. Some just got here to experience at this physical level. You're not going to wake them up, and don't even try. I've tried. You're not going to do it. They're here to have fun. They're here to wreak havoc. They're here to do whatever. I mean, I've had souls here that became hookers, just got here and said, I want to be a hooker. Well, what? I mean, just all kinds of things you can't imagine. You can't change those. You have to only look at the self. Where are you in this journey of activity? Because creation is just your activity. It's just what you're doing. It's not who you are. You're not the physical body. You have to change your perspective. If you can change your perspective from the little self and the little physical body to the consciousness looking down from the heavens, it's a better perspective.